My name's Zeo, and welcome once again to another Coffee with Zeo. If you're new here, this is a more free-form, unscripted, podcasty sort of thing that we like to do on this channel around this time each month. I'll cut to the chase here. This is more or less a follow-up to the last video that I put out at the end of April. So for a brief recap, I've been playing on the Japanese servers on and off since closed beta, and as of the end of April, I was kicked off of there. Supposedly this was over a parody video that I put out at the beginning of that month. To add to the weirdness, my channel caught a copyright strike supposedly from SEGA themselves. It looked very official, citing the article and section of the terms of service that I supposedly broke, and called this a form of copyright infringement. So Article 2 of the game's terms of service in the Japanese version deals with connection to the servers, and Section 8 more or less says only those residing in the land of the rising sun are allowed to play. It looked very professional until I saw the email address. I emailed the owner of said address, but obviously got no response. So whoever did this and whoever narked on me in-game are likely one and the same, or they're connected somehow. If I were to contest this, I'd have to turn over my physical address, my name, my phone number, other personal bits like that. After that, YouTube forwards the information to the person who made the claim, and then the claimant has 10 days to file a lawsuit or the strike gets lifted. On paper, this sounds like it would be very much in my favor, but then someone with an apparent axe to grind with me would have my very personal information. Given how prevalent doxing and swatting have become, I don't want to subject myself or my family to any of that. I'm not sure what the hell I ever did to this person, but I guess that's the kind of world we live in. You have to have compassion for those people though. No telling what kind of dark place they might be in. Well, let's just say this is a tangled web of technicalities that exposes some very serious flaws in YouTube's systems. I mean, it's not exactly a secret that YouTube doesn't give a damn about its creators, even the ones at the upper echelons, unless they're part of the legacy dinosaur media. I don't really care anymore at this point, but I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't shed a few tears after it happened. As for why I stayed there for so long, I guess that stems from a lot of advice that came from so-called YouTube experts. You know, you gotta stand out, you gotta set yourself apart from everyone else, you gotta do what no one else is doing. I always took me being over there as that it factor. I've had people say, oh, he plays on JP, he's too cool for the rest of us. But what I was really doing was hiving myself off from a very large swath of my viewer base. I have had people, other streamers, tell me, dude, if you're streaming, you should be on global. And I didn't know them very well, so I more or less brushed it off. On the surface, yeah, it was solid counsel, but we tend not to value the opinions of people who we don't know very well. Their words don't carry as much weight with us as, say, someone we've known for a while. If that advice came from someone I'd known for a while, then maybe things would be different. But some people won't say anything because they don't feel like it's their place to do so. I think we've all been in that position at one time or another. But anyway, we're moving forward, not backward. In a move that seemed to have made a lot of people incredibly happy, I decided to go ahead and jump on global. I know what I've said about global in the past and that they've made several unnecessary changes, but I'm gonna defer to something my old buddy Raziel said. If I only supported companies that I 100% agreed with, I'd have nothing to eat, nothing to drink, nothing to watch, nothing to play, nothing. We're human, no one's perfect. Every single game developer, movie studio, or animation studio is going to let you down at one point or another. Just like yours truly, I sure as hell ain't perfect. You might not want to hear this, but I'm going to let every single one of you down at one point or another. And some I already have, whether it's because of a change in style or something completely unrelated to the channel, and some have expressed that by making that number underneath my name a little bit smaller. So what am I up to now? Well, I'm kicking it over on Ship 1 with Arks. Believe it or not, I'd been on Ship 1 since North American PC launch, just hardly ever logged on there. It was pretty much a no-brainer. Shout out to the homie and fellow content creator NinjahCheeto. If you don't know who that is, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. He does all the fun emote videos and general PSO2 stuff. He also gave me a solid piece of advice in the wake of all this. He more or less said to keep moving forward and not trap myself in a negative feedback loop of bitterness and anger, because that negativity will permeate into what I'm doing here and sabotage other aspects of my life. Believe it or not, that's actually something I've struggled with in my own life. Instead of bitterness, despair, and death, I chose conquest and rebirth. But yeah, this community has blessed me beyond measure, perhaps more than I deserve. I think that if I weren't doing this and streaming, things would be very different. Speaking of streaming, I've started to notice more consistency in viewership since the move. People actually want to do stuff with their favorite content creators. Dude, that's crazy! I can do a whole lot more with you guys now that I'm out of that quote-unquote bubble. And to my friends on the other side, I'll always be with you in spirit. So what else is going on? Let's see. Blue Protocol coming out on June 14th in Japan. Global got pushed back to next year. I guess they want to roll out PC and consoles at the same time. Kind of a running gag here is, oh, they're censoring more stuff. No short skirts, boob sliders, or décolletés for you. Might as well call that version Blue Protocol. They are going to have a closed beta in the latter part of the year though. We have Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, some other cool stuff coming down the pike. There's definitely something for everyone. I learned a lot from all this, not just about business and human nature, but about myself. So now I ask you, what are you looking forward to in the next few months? It helps to have something to look forward to in our humdrum lives. You know how much I love chopping it up with you guys in the comments section and on the streams. Come on by and hang out sometime, we'd love to have you. So anyway, that's gonna do it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, farewell.